God, for letting us gather here tonight and worship together. Thank you, God, for, letting us all be safe throughout this time here. And hopefully we'll have a safe time home. God, I pray for Jeff as he brings the message tonight, that your word be transmitted through him. In your name we pray. Amen.
We're gonna show you something.
Oh, you did?
My sister's not cooperating. Alright, y'all been talking about forgiveness, and last night you talked about repentance, and what Jesus can do for you. I'm gonna give you an illustration, alright? What's this? This is pure water. Alright, we'll put a cup right there. Alright, now, I'm gonna ask Christy to do something for me. Alright, take the yellow. Let's do the yellow first. Alright, are you sure that's gonna come out? Did you print that? Alright, now, name me a, let's say that this water, this clear water is supposed to represent your life, all right? It's supposed to be clear and pure like that. Name me something that, some kind of sin, some kind of little sin that starts when you're little even. Just call out some little sins. Stealing, lying, all right. This is going to represent that, this cloud of your life, all right? Can you see? Put a little more. They did a lot of that. That's yellow food colored in the water, all right? All right, now get the green. Let's get the green. All right, green, envy. Anybody ever been jealous of anybody? Yeah. Anybody been envious? Anybody say, man, I'd like to have that. They got it, I'd like to have it. This is this. A lot of envy. A lot of envy. All right, what's next? Blue. What is disobedience, unfaithfulness? God asking you to do something and you not do it. God calling you to Himself and you refusing. Be disobeying your parents. Biggies. All right. This is the biggies. Now, Chris is going to stir all this up because this is all that's going on in your life all the time, right? All this bitterness and jealousy and envy and all that kind of stuff. We got to get real good and stirred up. Now, let's switch around. Wait a minute. We ain't applying most of the morning here. My system was not trained. All right, we switched it all together. Now, what's the one thing Jesus can add to this that'll get rid of all that stuff? What? Forgiveness. How do we get the forgiveness? What did He do for us? Died. What did He sacrifice? And He shed His blood. We got some red. Let's add some Jesus' blood to this. Oh, this is a medicine. He only took a drop. He's good. All right. Now, mix it all up. Jesus' blood added to it. Oh. My sister wants to feel useful. Let's see what happens to it now with all that stuff. You don't see the food color involved? show your chairs to the side for a second. Get a partner, 2 people. If you're, if we have another even number, that's okay. Because we're going to add in later. But get a partner, get you somewhere. That would be my partner. All right, here's what you're going to do.
Want to be my partner?
Y'all are not listening to the instructions.
If you don't have a partner, that's okay. You'll work in later. It's okay. All right, now, get with your partner, get back to back, and sit in the floor. So all the way down. Not Indian style, not crisscross applesauce. Put your feet, bend your knees up to your chest, put your feet flat on the floor. Now, reach behind you and lock arms. Reach behind you and lock arms. Now, are you ready for the instructions now? You ready? Here we go. Stand up. Next set of instructions. Now, get in groups of 4, back to back. Groups of 4, lock arms, knees up to your chest, feet flat on the floor. Sit down, knees up to your chest. Back to back, lock arms, feet flat. All right, ready? Go, stand up. Are you ready for the last challenge? Here's your last challenge. Everybody get in one big circle. You gotta scooch in. It's got to be done in unison, all at one time. Now, like stand by yourself. Feet up, feet flat, feet flat. Feet flat. All right, go. Stand up. All right, get your chairs, get back out in the middle. Let's go.
I thought you were the whole line.
Okay, now y'all ready? How many of y'all raise your hands if you think I had a point there? If I was just killing time.
I think you had a fly.
Raise your hand if you think I had a point.
You do.
All right, I did have a point. So those of you who didn't raise your hand,
Let's work together.
Answer me this: which was harder, trying to do it in twos or as a big group? All right. Here's the way we did this. We started out small, 2 people. Y'all let me know when I can, when I can. Hey! I don't want to interrupt y'all or anything. That would be rude. We started out small, 2 people. Then we added 2, got 4. Got a little more difficult. Then we added a whole room, got a little more difficult. Y'all following with each other and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Life is like that. You start pretty small. We're born and we're like Willow's age. And what we're saying today over here, part she had a baby. I mean, the kid was riding in a stroller, everybody was pushing her, doing whatever she wants to, stick a bottle in her mouth when she's hungry. She didn't have shoes on, she just kicked back, relaxing. Then they get up to be Francis' age. And get a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say demanding, but demanding, independent. And they're trying to learn, they're trying to grow, but she's got a few more problems. Right? She's got to do things on her own a little bit more. She's got to figure it out. And then you get y'all's age, and you got a little bit more that you got to deal with. You got more that's coming, that's hitting you, more that's attacking you, more that's confronting you. You got more. Then you get our age. You got even more. Then we don't have to deal with ourselves and the problems we have. We got to deal with you. We got to deal with our kids. Always demanding stuff and wanting stuff. And us trying to figure out how to provide you what you need. And so it gets more difficult. We start small, just like you did in 2s. And then the more you grow, the more you expand it, you start getting more and more difficulties. Now listen to what the Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Verses 7 to 8. Just listen to these words. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels. What's the treasure? What treasure do we have in earthen vessels? What's the treasure? What's an earthen vessel? Us. We have this treasure. God has given us this treasure. But listen to what he says. So that the surpassing greatness of the power will be of God. You're given a gift, so that God's power can be shown in you. So that God's greatness, God's power can come out in you. It's not about you. It's about Him. But listen to what Paul says, because this can be depressing if you don't listen to the end. The power is from God, not from ourselves. We are afflicted in every way. It's afflicted, man. Got troubles. Got problems. We're afflicted in every way. It's not comforting. But we're not crushed. We're perplexed, but we're not despairing. We're persecuted, but not forsaken. We're struck down, but not destroyed. Always carrying about in the body the dying of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus also be made manifest in our body. So you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Start small, start simple, and then as we grow, get more and more responsibilities. Get more and more problems, more and more things happen to you. Now, at some point, you got to make a decision. And I'm about to read you a passage where Jesus asked a question, and I'll tell you how it came to pass. But he asked a question. It is the most important question you'll ever be asked. I can ask you what you want to do when you grow up. That's an important question because you got to decide that pretty soon. I can ask you who you want to marry. I can ask you how many kids you want to have. I can ask you what kind of car you want to drive. And all those are good questions, and all those are important questions. But not like this. Because the Apostle Paul, who wrote 100 chapters in the New Testament, said we got problems on every hand. There's always going to be problems. But he said, you and I have a treasure, and it's us. God has given us a treasure, and it's me and you. And it's these earthen vessels. It's these bodies that really are not, they don't amount to much. They're not worth a whole lot. But God has given us a body, a life. God has given us a privilege to live here, be part of the human race, and be part of your family, be part of South Spring Creek Church family. He's given us that wonderful privilege. But listen to what Paul says. Not for ourselves. It's not for us. It's so that God's power can be manifest in our lives. And so Jesus was out talking to the disciples one day, and they were at a place called Caesarea Philippi. And there's a place where there's a big cave. And this cave is the home of a pagan sacrifice. They sacrifice to the god Pan, P-A-N, Pan. And they throw a goat. They kill a goat, they throw a goat in this river. And the river flows underneath this this little dirt area, and then it comes out inside this big cave. And so they have this ritual there. They're killing these goats, throwing them in the water, and they decide if the God is pleased with their sacrifice or not based on if the blood comes out. And the blood usually, by the time they threw the goat in one side, it took 9 or 10 seconds for the blood to come out on the other side. And so that time that they waited was a real anxious time, because they're thinking, well, is God going to be pleased with us or not? You know, what's going to happen? And so the word Pan, the God Pan that they were worshiping, that's where we got our word panic. They panicked because they didn't know what was going to happen in that 9 or 10 seconds. And Jesus was with his disciples there one day. And he's talking to them, and they're discussing things. And Jesus had heard rumors. I mean, he knows what's going on. And so Jesus asked them a question. He said, listen, you guys are out in town. You know, you're going to buy bread. You're going to the markets and all this stuff. He said, who do people say that I really am? What's the rumors about me? Well, what do people really say? What do people say about me? And they said, in Matthew chapter 16, listen to this. When Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he was asking his disciples, who do people say that the Son of Man is? And they said, some say you're John the Baptist. He said, some people say you're like him because you're baptizing and you're telling people about baptism. And, you know, John said somebody's going to come after him. So some people just say that you're John. And they're just getting you guys confused. Listen to this. Some people say you're Elijah. Some people say you're the prophet Elijah. He's come back, and for some reason he's here and he's witnessing to it, and everybody is really excited about Elijah being back. They said, but still others say you're Jeremiah. They think he's come back. And then he said, one of the other disciples said, or one of the other prophets. He said, that's what they say about you. He said, when you go out to the marketplace, when you go out to the world, it will be like you guys. When you go to school and you say in your class, you go to your classmates and you say, who do you think Jesus is? And they say, well, I think he's a figment of your imagination. Or I think he's this, or I think he's that. That's what they're saying. They say, what do the people say about me? When you talk to them in the villages and in the market and you know in their houses, what do they say about me? He said, well, they say you're John the Baptist, say you're Elijah, say you're Jeremiah, say you're one of the prophets. And listen to the question. Here's this question I'm going to ask you. It's the most serious question you'll ever be asked. I'll be honest with you. The reason that we do this camp, the reason that adults quit, give up their jobs for a while, and for we can come here, the reason that the church spends money, the reason we rent these buildings and all that stuff, we're going to have fun, and I think y'all get that. I mean, we let you have fun. But the number one reason we're here is we want you to answer this question. Jesus looked at those disciples. They're the closest people to him. They've been with him for 3 years. They've watched him do all these miracles. They watched him raise people from the dead. And Jesus said, what does those people out there say about me? They said, these are the rumors. These are what people say about you. And so Jesus looked at them disciples. And I'm looking at you, and here's the question. Who do you say? Who am I to you? Doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what the world says. Doesn't matter what your mom and daddy says. Doesn't matter what grandmama and granddaddy says. It doesn't matter what your teachers say. Who's Jesus to you? What is he to you? That's what they said. And Peter spoke up. He said, I tell you what I think. He said, I think you're the Christ, the Christos, the Messiah, the promised one, the anointed one. I think you're him, the Son of the living God. Jesus said, you're right. That's exactly right. And he said, I tell you what I'm going to do, Peter. He said, I'm going to build a church on that declaration. Because you said I'm the Son of the living God. The church is going to be built upon the fact that Christians all over the world are going to get together and say, we believe that you're the Son of the living God. That's why we're here. We love you. And I'm going to say something that may seem real weird to you all. We love you, but we love God more. We love God more than we love you. We love you, and we're here for you, and we do anything for you. But we love God more, and we believe that God wants you to know him. And so we come here so that we can ask you, who do you say God is to you? Who do you say Jesus really is to you? Because honestly, there's a lot of people in this room that are saying, he's my Savior. I've asked him to save me. There's a time in my life where I gave my life to him. I knelt down and I said, Jesus, will you come into my heart? I know him. I get that. There's a lot of y'all that do. There's a lot of y'all that have. There's a lot of y'all that if we had one-on-one meetings and I pulled you out there on those picnic tables and I said, what do you say to Jesus? A lot of y'all would say, well, it's stories in a book, or he's a good guy, or good teacher, or some of you might even say, well, he's the Messiah, or he's Christ, or he's God's son, or, you know, so that, but who is he really? Because some of you have never actually said, God, I want you to say it. I know about you. A lot of people have a head knowledge of Jesus. And you can ask Barry's probably going to ask us some trivia questions, and then you may get some. You may answer some. You may say, man, I know a lot of these answers. I know a lot of these stories. I've heard these stories all my life. Doesn't matter. The thing is, have we ever asked Jesus to save us, to change us, to make us different? Did you read what I wrote to you? Paul said we're afflicted on every side. There's trouble on every side. And that trouble's not going to stop. It's going to exponentially grow. The older you get, the more troubles you have. We deal with them and we don't fuss about it and complain about it. It's part of life. You know, we have to go out and make a living. You know, I have a wife and 2 kids that depend on me. Well, Emily doesn't really much anymore. She's on her own, so she takes care of herself. But I have a family that depends on me. I have to go out and work. I have to do something to bring money in so we can eat. You guys really don't have that problem yet. You guys are depending on somebody else to go out and work so you can eat. And then you're demanding what they fix. I don't want that tonight. I want this. You know? And then they're trying to support you, they're trying to raise you. But you're going to grow up one day, you're going to have kids, you're going to make those decisions. And so what I'm telling you is, the problems are everywhere. We're surrounded by problems. We're afflicted, Paul said. But listen to what he said. The treasure that he gives us, the treasure that's ours, is not for our benefit. Well, again, I love you when I tell you this, but listen to these words. Life's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about what you want. It's not about really what even makes you happy. Did y'all know that God really doesn't care as much about your happiness as he cares about you being holy and being like him? So we got to ask ourselves this question. Jesus said to these disciples, he said, what's the rumors about? Who do people say that I am? I mean, what are they talking about out there? And honestly, if you want to talk to people, they're going to have all kinds of ideas about who Jesus is. But he didn't care about them. He cares about you. And I actually got to answer the question, who do you say Jesus is? Because we start small, like we did with those 2-person thing, then we grow into 4, then we grow into a large group. And as you grow, we are called to grow more and more into the image of Jesus. We're called to reflect his glory, to reflect his life. It's not about us, it's about him. And so what's the first step? Answer that question. Who did Jesus say that I am? I mean, who do I say he is? Who is Jesus to me? In a minute, we're going to give you an opportunity. Lincoln's going to come and sing a song for us, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to answer that question. I'm going to give you an opportunity like you've never had in your life. You're going to have an opportunity tonight to say, this is who I think Jesus really is. This is who Jesus is to me. And you're going to have an opportunity to do a couple of things. Number one, you're going to have an opportunity to say, Jesus, I want to know you. I want to be a Christian. I want you to come into my life and save me and change me and turn me around, because as I grow and as I face all these afflictions, I want you on my side. I want you with me. The problem's not going to go away. It just depends on if you're going to have help through them. Some of you are like, you know, I'm a Christian. I know that I've been saved. I'm really not living like it. If people looked at my life, they'd never know I was a Christian. They'd never know that about me. I had somebody tell me one time, they said, you know what's funny? They said, I've been working beside this guy for years, and me and him didn't know each other was a Christian. I said, that's not funny at all. That's sad to me. We're called to reflect who Jesus is. That's what Paul said. We're afflicted, but we've been given these earthen vessels. And these earthen vessels are not for ourselves, they're for His glory. They're to show us who He is. And so Jesus got all these people out on the hillside, and they're looking at this pagan thing, and He says, what's the world say about me? Because there's all kind of stuff floating around out there. And then He said, but the most important question you'll ever be asked is, who do you say I am? Who am I to you? Right now, in this room, you'll never be like this again. Did y'all know that? Think about Count last year. There's people that was with us last year, not here this year. There's people that wasn't with us last year that are here this year. Next year, it's going to be a whole different group. Some of y'all will be the same. Some of you won't be here for whatever reason. There'll be some new people here. There'll be different adults here. Some the same, some different. This is the moment that's frozen in time for you right now. This is a moment that God is etched in His eternal calendar just for you. And this is a night for you. This is a night that God said, I want to change your life. This is a night when God says, I want to make you different. I want to give you something that you can't buy, that you can't earn, that you honestly don't even deserve, but God said, I give it to you anyway. And so we showed you that little goofy little magic trick thing, but that's exactly what happened. You and I got all these things in our life, and we don't consider ourselves evil people. You know, if I ask you I was 9 years old when I gave my life to Jesus. I never robbed a bank. I never killed anybody. I never did any what I consider real bad stuff. But you know what I realized? All those little things that Christy was squirting in that little bottle was inside me. I lied. I stole things. I cheated on tests. I didn't obey my parents. I had all that stuff in me, and it was making me black on the inside. And I realized when I was 9 that all that stuff was just not making me happy. That wasn't who I wanted to be. And I decided I was going to change. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what being saved really meant. I didn't know what the change was going to be like. I didn't know how my life was going to be like after that. I just knew that when the pastor was speaking that day, you know what? Because honestly, some of y'all feeling the exact same way I do. I felt like there was nobody else in that church. There's nobody in there but me. And he was talking right to me. And it was like, man, he knows me better than I know myself. How did he know all this stuff about me? But he knew it. And he said, I'm going to give you an opportunity to be different. I'm going to give you an opportunity to change. And I didn't know what that meant. I just went up there to him. I went to his house. I was too scared he would go down in the church. And so I went home and cried. And my mom said, why are you crying? I'm 9. And I said, I think he was talking to me. And she said, do you want to go see him? I said, yeah. So we went to his house. And I got on my knees in his living room up against his couch. And I said, Jesus, I want you to be with me. I want you to change me. Because I don't like all the stuff that's going on. And then I was never perfect. God doesn't save us to be perfect. None of us ever going to be perfect. But He saves us because He loves us. And He wants His light, His character to shine in us. He wants us to live like that's what He said. You're afflicted on the inside. And the world is got us, and the pressure you guys face, people's asking you to do all kind of stuff that you know is wrong. You know it's wrong. But you just, man, it's like weights on your back. It's like it's crushing you down. But look what Paul says, you're afflicted, but you're not crushed. It won't beat you down. It won't get you. If you make the first step to know Jesus. It's the first step. The most important thing that we can ever ask you at this camp is, who is Jesus to you? Who is He to you? Listen, some of you may have been attending our youth group for forever, but you're not a member of our church. Maybe you want to say, hey, I'd like to be a member of your church. Come get married to that. We'll tell the church that when we get back. You can be a member of our church. Some of you may say, you know, I really feel like I need to be baptized. You can come and tell me that, and we'll set up time for you to be baptized. Baptism doesn't save you. Baptism just is the first step of obedience that God's called us to do. Some of them may want to do that. Some of you, right now, tonight in this room, may want to answer that question. Who's Jesus? You've been thinking about it all week. You've heard us teach about it, talk about it. Tonight's your opportunity to make that decision. Some of you need to say, I know who I want him to be. I want him to be my Lord and my Savior. I want him to change me. Just because you change, I mean, look at how much fun these adults have. Just because you become a Christian doesn't mean you're a funny buddy. It doesn't mean you give up fun and give up life. It means your life is better. Jesus said, I didn't come just to give you life, I come to give you abundant life, better life, everlasting life. If I told you right now I'd give you $1 million, you'd say, I take it. But what if I said, but midnight tonight, you're going to die. You got to give that money back. And you forfeit eternity with Jesus. Would you trade eternity with Jesus for $1 million? If I said, I'll give you $1 million, you can spend it the rest of the day, you can buy whatever you want, you have all kinds of cars and everything else, but you're going to only enjoy it for 12 hours, and then you're going to die, and then you're going to be separated from God forever. Nobody will pay that deal. But that's what we do. We keep putting it off and putting it off. Jesus said to these disciples, he said, I want to know who you say I am. You're the closest people to me. 3.5 years you've been with me. 3.5 years I've talked to you, I've taught you, I've demonstrated things to you, I've loved you, I've shown you things. So I want to know right now, without thinking about anything else, who do you say I am? Who am I to you? That's the question I want you to answer. I want you to answer that. It's simple. Lincoln's going to come up here and sing for us, so you can come over here. It's just your time. Listen, God did not call you to this camp. God did not allow you to come to this camp to not talk to you, to not change you, to not give you something. God wants your life. God loves you. And we love you. Everyone, look at all them adults back there. Every one of them adults love you beyond what you can even imagine. I mean, we aggravate you, and we do anything for you. We do anything for you. One of them may have been really close to you this week. Go get them and say, would you pray with me? Because this is really what God's trying to tell me tonight. God is trying to tell me that I need to love him more. I need to get closer to him. Some of you need to go find one of these adults and say, God wants me to be a Christian tonight. He wants me to be saved. I want to give my life to him. It's not hard. It's not complicated. I'm not going to charge you money. He didn't charge you for this stuff. Life changing. It's life changing. Eternity changing. Lincoln's going to sing. You do what God's asked you to do. You know what he's talking to you about. Some of y'all's heart beats fast, it's about to pop right out of your chest. There's an answer. Find an adult. Come find me.